All right, welcome back to Atomic Diecast. I've been meaning to do a video for a couple of weeks now, and I just keep getting sidetracked. So here we are, and I wasn't sure what casting I was going to go over today, so I looked at my display case as I often do, and I saw this 32 Ford Redline collector car that I bought, I guess, back in 2022. And when it comes to Redline collector cars, RLCs, I don't buy a lot of them. They're expensive. I'm not even a member of the club. So that means anyone that I'm going to get is going to have to be marked up on eBay. And, they start at $25, $30 and people sell them for 40 or 50, and that's more than I want to pay for these. But this car here I really, really liked, and I was able to get one at a reasonable clip about 3 years ago. They made two RLC versions of the 32 Ford. The first one came out in 2021, and it was gold. And it had steel wheels and white wall tires, and it had a flathead V8 in it. The doors opened, and I really liked that. So I got two of those. One I left on the card, and the other one I opened to put in my display case. Now, I should say when it comes to RLCs, I do buy them. The ones that I have purchased over the years are Camaros because I collect that model, and hot rods and a few other muscle cars. But for the most part, I don't have a ton of RLCs. Although I used to buy a lot of the Neo Classics, which were kind of the precursor to the RLCs. I got most of those, maybe all of them. I don't know, I'll have to check my inventory. Anyways, the gold car came out in 2021. They limited production to 17,500 units, and I really like that one. And unlike the base 32 Ford, which has been a mainline for, 20 plus years, this one is a different 32 Ford. The gold one and the one you see here, they're actually 5-window coupes as opposed to 3 windows, so a little bit of difference. So after I got the gold one, the very next year Hot Wheels came out with what you see here. And they made 30,000 of these. I don't know why they made a lot more. I figured they probably thought that they would sell better. This one is numbered 2,474, so it's relatively early in the run. Not that that really matters. I mean, unless you've got one of the first 10 or 20, I don't know if that really matters much or not. Unlike the gold 32 Ford, this one did not come on a card. It came in a really nice acrylic display case. And the cool thing about the display case is the car was not wired into it even. It was held in place by a piece of plastic. And I really liked that because it allowed you to take the car in and out easily. So you're not opening a blister and really undoing how it came in the package. You can always put it back. Like this one, for instance, sits in my display case, but I could put it back in the box if I so chose to do so. Let me grab the box here because it had a pretty good write-up on the back. It goes, the 32 Ford is a wildly popular car to modify in the rod game. This version straight rod is the first to use a big block engine with full painted detail, which is a full view thanks to the removal of the fender and hood. The opening doors and shop roof showcase the two-tone buckskin interior. Spectraflame oxblood paint gleams off the body, complementing the matte black and metallic silver detail on the chassis. Deuce flush poker hand deco and the 2 wild license plate solidify the fun and games one can have with a real rad street beast. So I thought that was a kind of a nice little write-up. And like I said, that was actually on the box, the cardboard box. It slips over the acrylic. All right, so with respect to this car, like I just read, it has oxblood Spectraflame paint, which is neat. There's the license plate detail. The drop front axle is all painted underneath, and I won't flip the car over, but there's suspension detail. The rear end, for instance, is painted silver, as is the front clip. It's just really well done all the way around. Inside, there's a kind of a buckskin tan interior. You see the little shifter on the floor. Pretty good amount of detail. Even around the front windshield, you'll see they did the chrome. front window bracket, and the taillight details are done. So they really did a good job on this car all the way around. The tires are rubber. You would expect that from an RLC. The backs are what I call gasser tires, or 5-slot rims with big wad rubber slicks. The code for those are RR drag S, which I guess is, drag slicks. And the fronts are 12 spokes, very thin, which gives the car a pretty neat stance. Those codes are DSD12SP, or I don't know what the DSD stands for, but it's a 12-spoke wheel. One of the really neat things about this car that hopefully you can see in the video here is that they actually painted the header pipes with discoloration. It's like a purplish blue, and that's what chrome header pipes turn under heat. And that to me is really the neatest thing about this cast, and that detail. I think this is the first time I've seen Hot Wheels do that. If they have done it prior, drop a note in the comments section. But that's really neat. And aside from that, like I said, the doors open. I mean, this is just a really, really well done car all the way around. Doesn't weigh a lot, weighs 32 ounces. But again, it doesn't have fenders. It doesn't have a full hood. And it's small. Actually, it's a really tiny casting. I mean, it's scaled correctly, but these cars were really small, particularly when you chop the roof. So I'll do a roll test with it. I don't think it's going to roll well. Rubber tired cars typically don't, but we'll give it a shot anyways. Okay, like I said, I don't expect this thing to roll too good, but we'll give it a shot, see if it even moves. Here goes number one. It doesn't move. Let me spin the wheels a little bit, maybe they're stuck. No. So this thing doesn't roll at all. This is the first car I've had that we've reviewed that didn't roll. So this one gets a 0 on its ability to go down the track. Anyways, thanks for watching, and be sure to like and subscribe.